Kia ora and welcome to NZOWN. Now today on the show we have with us Andrew and Davey from Wellington Band Grand Prix. Welcome guys.
Kia ora, cheers.
And here we are at the Independent Prestige in Auckland, a fantastic car showroom. We've got Lamborghinis, we've got Aston Martins, we've even got a Formula One race car. And the reason being is because Grand Prix, well you guys are obviously named after the Grand Prix, and thematically for quite some time you guys have been going with the kind of automotive thing. Now you've got a new album out, it's called Terraplane Twilight, and I do believe that in itself, a terraplane is a type of car as well.
Mm-hmm. It's like another term like automobile from the old days in maybe the 40s, I think, in the States.
It was a model of car.
It was a model.
Like the Model T Ford, it was like a terraplane terraplane Ford.
And you can see them, the tracks we'll left behind. Follow them back to where she sits.
So what's your main attraction to automotive, I suppose is what I was trying to ask.
Well, it's more racing than just cars in general. It's more just the idea of the racetrack and all the things involved. Maybe that being some like a metaphor for a wider, normal life.
Because your previous, you had two albums, Way of the Racer, and what was the first album?
Racing Lines.
Racing Lines as well, so they were thematically, they were kind of based on the whole racing concept as well. Is it something that you guys are actually interested in as a social thing, like something you actually got into, or is it just really metaphorical?
Yeah, it's just something that was an idea that kind of came up at the beginning, and I just started out with that idea, and we've been running with that since then.
Racing on the surface of the blue. Racing on the surface of the blue.
And once upon a time, you guys actually even used to dress up in like full racing regalia, didn't you? Like helmets, overalls, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Wasn't it kind of restricting to your performance?
The helmets were they turned out to be not very good for hearing what was going on.
Or singing.
Yeah, or singing, yeah, it kind of sounded muffled.
It was actually one of those ones that went around here, so you could actually go right up to the mic. It wasn't one of those full visors.
You could have like built in the microphone into your helmet. Or
Yeah, true.
Like that.
Yeah, there's a guy that's actually got one of those.
Bob,
James Dancy from
Bob,
Six?
no,
Oh, no.
Bob Log the third.
Bob Log.
Oh, Bob Log.
Yeah, he plays with a helmet on.
Now let's talk about the album. I've got it in my hands right now. This is called Terraplane Twilight by Grand Prix. It is a brilliant, brilliant album. I've been listening to it on repeat all day today, and I have to say that, and people always make comparisons about previous albums and that kind of thing, but this is a really, really mature effort. It's beautiful, it's complex, it's full of like amazing layers. Like, how long did you guys actually spend on recording the album?
About 9 months.
Yeah.
It was only 2 days of tracking songs, but it was all together on weekends, 9 months of overdubbing and mixing and throwing songs away completely, and recording some new ones. And
What, you just do that, you just throw them away?
yeah.
And bring back old ones that we've tried to record before as well. Did that with Gasoline. That was a throwaway from The Way of the Racer, which we decided to rehash and work quite well on this one.
Now we'll always be together. You're mine, and I'll do donuts in the city.
Now for the Juice TV viewers out there who aren't familiar with the Grand Prix sound, you guys, would you describe yourself as kind of the old country kind of genre?
Kind of, yeah. Well, when we started out, we were definitely country, and not the Nashville kind of country, but what we thought of as country music, which is just very simple, guitars and lots of harmonies.
And telling stories with the songs.
Yeah, narratives and stuff, but I think we're not really, we can't say that we play country music anymore, but the songs are still simple, but it's become, it's more rock and roll and a bit more contemporary. With the country music we were influenced by was the stuff from the 30s and 40s, and then we kind of progressed from, you know, as music would develop through another decade, we got The Way of the Racer was kind of like us going from the 40s to the 50s, and this album's kind of moved on again to maybe to the 60s.
Now, with the album, of course, there's a core group in the band. So there are the two of you, Andrew and Davey. Who else makes up Grand Prix?
Those guys over there.
Those guys over there, we can't see at the moment, but they are together.
We got NATO on bass. He's been in such bands as Paceload and Fly My Pretties.
Yep.
Adam Ladley, who's also in a band called the Bonnie Scarlets.
He's playing keyboards and guitar.
Yep. NATO's on bass.
That's us.
And then you've got a whole bunch of guests who worked on the album as well, with some of the other instruments such as glockenspiel, etc., etc.
Yeah,
So,
they're all collaborators and friends and people that happen to be
Hanging around.
hanging around at the time.
and from here for Grand Prix, what's your plans from now on?
Do lots of gigs.
Lots of gigs.
Play more gigs around New Zealand, and jump in one of these whenever we get the chance.
I'll know the way of the racer. I'll go the way of the racer.
Well, if you haven't already gone and picked up the album, Terraplane Twilight, this is what it looks like. So go look for it in your local record store. It is absolutely amazing. I did have one question to do with this, and that's one that you can answer for me, Davey. It says here, Davey Geared, is it Geared? Is that correct? Drums, vocals, percussion, recorder of death. It's a bit morbid. Is that all about?
Well, I play recorder in a song called The Funeral.
Oh, you mean actually like the...
Yeah. So it's just a normal recorder. It's just got a...
It's not made out of skulls or anything.
No, I wish it was.
Human thigh bone.
Right, well, Grand Prix, that's it. It's been fantastic having you guys here at the Independent Prestige showroom with me today. Hope you liked checking out the cars.
Yeah.
And,
Thanks.
yeah, thanks for being on Juice TV on NZOWN.
Cool.
Thank you.